The Sad Story of Percy, the TV Addict. By J.G. Goodacre. Young Percy's parents could not get their son to leave the TV set. In fact, it was a common sight. From 5 o'clock till late at night, to see young Percival McQueen before the television screen. He watched the sport, the plays, the news, the westerns and the interviews. The programs might be good or bad. They might be comical or sad. He watched them all the evening through. At 5:30 the little chap would eat his supper in his lap. But what he ate, he did not know. His eyes were on the children's show. All table manners he forgot. It didn't worry him a jot. And then one night, I'm sad to tell, young Percival was heard to yell, "I cannot watch it anymore. My eyes are feeling strange and sore." And when he got up from his chair, his eyes were green and red, and square. Poor Percy had to pay the price of ignoring good advice. For fear that you might share his fate, you must learn to discriminate. Don't be like Percival McQueen. An addict of the TV screen. Young Percy's parents could not get their son to leave the TV set. In fact, it was a common sight. From 5 o'clock till late at night, to see young Percival McQueen before the television screen. Questions. Why is the word Percy's spelled with an apostrophe? Why is the word o'clock spelled with an apostrophe? What is the meaning of the word jot? What does the poem mean with the words "you must learn to discriminate"? Kenneth, who was too fond of bubblegum and met an untimely end, by Wendy Cope. The chief defect of Kenneth Plum was chewing too much bubblegum. He chewed away with all his might, morning, evening, noon and night. Even, oh, it makes you weep, blowing bubbles in his sleep. He simply couldn't get enough. His face was covered with the stuff. As for his teeth, oh, what a sight! It was a wonder he could bite. His loving mother and his dad both remonstrated with the lad. Ken repaid them for the trouble by blowing yet another bubble. 'Twas no joke. It isn't funny, spending all your pocket money on the day's supply of gum. Sometimes Kenny felt quite glum. As he grew, so did his need. There seemed no limit to his greed. At 10 he often put away 97 packs a day. Then at last he went too far. Sitting in his father's car, stuffing gum without a pause, found that he had jammed his jaws. He nudged his dad and pointed to the mouthful that he couldn't chew. "Well, spit it out if you can't chew it." Ken shook his head. He couldn't do it. Before long he began to groan. The gum was solid as a stone. Dad took him to a builder's yard. They couldn't help. It was too hard. They called a doctor and he said, "This silly boy will soon be dead. His mouth's so full of bubble gum, no nourishment can reach his tum." Remember, Ken, and please do not go buying too much you know what.